Hello, welcome to ITDS 1145, Comparative Arts. This humanities course is designed to help you explore the different media in the arts and to compare one work to another across media. In this course, you'll learn the process of structural analysis within a given work of art, specific to that art's discipline. You'll also learn a process of comparative analysis to examine two different works that reflect perhaps upon the same topic or upon the same historical period. In the course of this experience, you'll also find that you're going to narrate personal reactions to these works as you view them and to the comparisons. You'll be able to identify works used in this course by their name and their creator, and you should be able by the end of this course to integrate structural analysis, historical context, and intermedia comparisons to show both intermediate and fundamental viewpoints on the works, the subjects that these works relate to. Before we begin any specific study or comparison in this course, it's really important that we examine what are the arts and what do they do? What's their function? For this course, we're relying on the creative arts, and we're going to especially rely on examples of three specific elements within the creative arts. However, the creative arts in general can be said to include these topics: music, visual art, drama, literature, both prose and poetry, dance, architecture. For this course, we're going to include examples specifically in music, visual art, and literature. What do the arts do? All of them, not just music, visual art, and literature, but what do all of these creative arts do? Why do we have them? Why does society deem them worth making, creating, keeping, buying, supporting? Well, the arts do some specific things. One thing that the arts can do is they reflect on society and personal thought. The creative arts can allow you to make a point of view, whether that point of view is emotional or factual. Sometimes the arts, and here's an example, could tell a story. It could pose a feeling. It could offer contemplation. It could express an event or an emotion. It could find the place of the individual in the greater whole. It could make a societal statement. Those are all the things a work of art can do, any of our arts. What else can the arts do? Well, they can inform on the common social, political, and personal traits or individual traits of a society or a time period. By looking at examples in the arts, we can figure out what were those people thinking, or what were they accustomed to do? Why would they do such a thing? Why would they look at it in this way? The arts are a window on common behaviors and common moralities, common events that bring a culture together. All of these things are available if you look in the right way at your example. It's also possible to use the arts, the medium of the arts, for indirect commentary and reflection on a topic. The artist, him or herself, can examine a topic and give us their point of view without simply writing a headline that says, "I think this." Instead, I create a work of art that makes you think about what I am really saying. So we can see that the arts are both a personal expression, perhaps, of the artist, but also an expression of a corporate expression, if you will, of a group of people, a society, or a culture. And thus, they're also an expression of a time period or historical context. These are all the things that you might keep in the back of your mind whenever you examine a work of art. Which role or roles is this particular work of art trying to play in my examination? The next step in this process will be to show you how we might compare one work of art and another.